Hello artists, Mrs. Castle here, and we're going to do, gonna make your own, excuse me, texture plate. So we're gonna use a piece of mat board. It's pretty thick cardboard, pretty heavyweight, so it should stay pretty nice as long as you don't get carried away and try to bend it up. So we're going to use a hot glue gun. Couple of reminders about the hot glue gun. This part is the hot part. You don't want to touch it with your finger. And to best use it when you're applying glue, put up the little kickstand. When you are done applying glue, you're going to put the kickstand down and stand the glue gun up. You can, on your texture plate, sketch out your design with pencil first. I was kind of planning on winging it, but decided that that's probably not a great idea. And you can draw whatever you want, but make sure that it's school appropriate. If you do words, you're going to have to write them backwards. So some practice with that before you get the mat board and the glue gun would be good. I'm going to create a design, and keep in mind, like I said, that you're applying glue, so you don't want teeny tiny things. Some small dots may be possible, but like teeny tiny shapes like little bitty squares like that, that's not going to turn out very square. It's going to turn out like an ovally blob, and you may not be satisfied. So I think that's what I'm going to make my design about. I'm going to test out some things to see how small I can make things and still have it turn out to look good. Okay, now lines only. Don't fill in big areas with glue, because that's going to be kind of a waste of glue. What I'm going to do is make some general shapes. Let's see, what am I do? Another ovally shape. Okay. Then I'm going to kind of progressively get smaller. So to see how small I can make some things before it just turns into a blob. And I'm going to fill in some other kinds of shapes. And I'm not making them go all the same way, but I just want to kind of experiment to see how small we can get. Oops, that's not a square. All right, you can do whatever you want, and I will let you see this in person to see how small we can get with some of these things. So I'm going to put my kickstand up. I'm going to start on the left side and work towards the right because I'm right-handed. So as you work keep in mind what hand you write with. And I started pushing the glue along. You kind of want to hover above. And my hand is kind of shaky because I'm kind of squeezing sort of hard. You want a solid line, and you want, see that, there we go. Okay, you see that kind of standing up a little bit. You don't want it flat. You want the lines, the glue lines, to kind of stand up. That's getting sort of blobby. I think that's about as small as we can get with that. And that's going to be kind of a dot. And if you can kind of scrape off the glue, that will help. So you don't end up with strings. I guess strings on this aren't so bad, I guess. But
they might show up, they might not. We'll find out. Oops, that was kind of a failure. My hand is so shaky. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go back and do. Why is my hand so shaky? I'm trying not to rest my glue gun on. I gotta kind of adjust my glue gun there. There we go. That's a little bit easier.
that kind of turned into a blob, but it's okay. This is an experiment, and yours will kind of be an experiment too. And as long as you do your texture plate and make your prints with it, you never have to use it again, but it's kind of finding out what you like. It could be something that you decide that you like or want to experiment with a little bit more, and maybe draw a picture instead of just making it pure texture. That's a possibility too. And with this, you will be able to print more than some of the other techniques that we've used. Okay, for this video, I only want you to make one texture plate.
And use it to make some prints.
And we just want line drawings except for lines, except for little dots and stuff. Like that. No filling in big shapes.
Almost done. Then we'll let it cool for a couple of minutes and then we'll print with it. And see how it works.
Okay, so since I'm done with my glue gun, I'm going to unplug it from the electric. That's always what we do with our glue guns. And we've got some strings hanging off. I'm going to pull those off. Those shouldn't affect the final product very much. But then again, they might, but it doesn't take a lot to pull them, to kind of brush along. Be careful where you last put glue. Okay. Yeah, I can still feel the heat under this end. Okay. That didn't take very long. It's cool enough that we can use it. So I've got my jelly plate here, and I'm gonna put some color on it. Be careful if you're in first period, well, no, or after lunch or after T-bolt time, might want to kind of check to see that your glue bottle or your paint bottle is not clogged up with dried paint, because somebody had an accident with the, okay. I'm going to add a little bit of another color just to make it more. Now this one's definitely kind of clogged up, so we want to kind of pick the dried glue off of there, and it can be rather. Squeeze up a little bit and dab. Oops. Okay. All right, so brayer, I'm going to roll out my paint. Oops. Got some little dried chunks of paint in there. Remember, less paint is better. Less is more. Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna take my texture plate and I'm going to press it down. Make sure I get it pressed down all over. Okay. And then I'm going to put my paper on. Oops, I forgot my name. Put your name. Put my paper on.
Rub all over.
Okay, that worked pretty well. I can see I probably pressed down more on this end than I did on this end, because these marks are clearer than they are on this end. So the next time I print, I'm going to pay attention to that little feedback that I see there, and pay attention and do a little differently. Okay, spread my paint. Make sure I get it. All right, so I got to remember, press a little bit more on this end. And the cardboard is a little bit bigger than the jelly plate, so that's why we don't see all of those rectangles. So I'm going to press more down here. And it is wiggling a little bit. Okay, this is better. Overall, a nicer print. All of my shapes are pretty clear. So this is an interesting technique. I'm kind of liking it. It has some potential to do some really cool things. If you plan out a drawing a large drawing well enough, you could do some really, really super cool stuff with it. Okay, so I think this one's the best of all three, but since I made my texture plate, I made my 3 prints, that counts. So when you're turning this in, I want you to put your texture plate in the photo with your prints. Okay, click, take that picture, and then that is ready to turn in. All right, so see me for a piece of mat board and a glue gun, and then you'll be good to go. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.